Yes, we are moving to the unit 3, that is packages and interfaces. Okay, this is a very important topic. In this topic you are getting 8 marks a question as well as a 4 marks a question and 2 marks question. Okay, this chapter is very important. Let us see what you are going to be learning in this topic. First, packages and benefits. Let us see what is a package. Package means grouping of variety of classes and interfaces together. Here grouping means making a batch, okay, making a similar things. Okay, so here packages are Java's way of grouping a variety of classes. Means I am making collection of classes as well as collection of methods and a collection of interfaces of similar type, similar functionality will be placed in one group. Okay, so once again let me check what is the definition of a package. Package is a collection of classes, methods, interfaces which are going to be organized in a neat manner according to its functionalities. Okay, in fact package act as a container for class. Here container is not there, container. So if you observe the container, in the container you can place a group of things, a group of items as a container, sub containers, right? Sub containers, right? So as a generally saying, if I want to say simply, package is nothing but a collection of folders. Okay, according to Java it is a collection of a folder. So according to the functionality of that source code, whatever the code we are creating, whatever the program we are writing, that program is treated as a source code. So that source code, what we are doing, according to its functionality we are placed in one folder. Okay, so then what we are actually doing, we are calling that folder in our program. That folder consists of collection of source code. That source codes are called as classes, methods and interfaces. Okay, don't write this example, this is only for your understanding purpose. You have to supposed to write what is the package definition. It is a collection of variety of classes and interface together. It has been grouped according to its functionality. Okay, then what are the for example, till now we have written some of our programs. While writing, I'm writing one statement, import java.io.star, right? So we are writing import java.io.star, import java.lang.star. Then what it is, I am importing IO folder. IO folder consists of a set of classes, set of methods, set of interfaces. It is loading in my program. Okay, it is only for your understanding purpose. Then package is a collection of a folder. Okay, it is only for your understanding purpose. In that collection of a folder, it consists of a subfolders as well as a sub programs. Okay, so let us see what are the benefits of packages. The classes contained in the package of other program can be easily reused. So by using these classes contained in the packages of other programs can be easily reused. If I placed any class in a package, I can make the usages of that package easily. Okay, in packages, second point, classes can be unique compared with classes in other packages. So in packages means folders, classes can be unique compared with classes in other packages. Suppose if I store two files, okay, the name of the file is A and the name of the file is B. Okay, I'm storing the folder A as AB and I'm storing the folder B as AB. I'm saving the two files. What is the name of the file? A.java, B.java, where I'm storing in the folder A folder, and I'm saving the same file A.java and B.java in folder B. These two files in two different folders are acting as two different packages. Got it? So that is the statement. In packages, classes can be unique compared with other packages. That is, two classes in two different packages can have same name. So in two different folders, two classes can have same name. Okay, they may be referred by their fully qualified name comprising the package name and the class name. Then how I am calling that file? By calling that file, I have to check the full address. Okay, for example, in your class Prajwal is exist, in second BCA Prajwal is exist, in first BCA Prajwal is exist. Okay, in current first year Prajwal is exist, in second year Prajwal is exist, in third year is Prajwal is exist. Whenever I am calling the Prajwal, I have to, if I ask any student to call the Prajwal, he will ask who is in which class. So right, I will say you just call in first BCA Prajwal, then Prajwal will be called from that class. Got it? If I ask third BCA Prajwal, then student will call that third BCA Prajwal. If I ask call second BCA Prajwal, then we are asking. Likewise, we are referring by their fully qualified name. Okay, then what is the fully qualified name of a Prajwal? Third BCA Prajwal, second BCA Prajwal, first BCA Prajwal. This is an understanding purpose. So last I have given a two example in folder A and folder B. Folder A, it consists of AB file, and B, it consists of a AB file. Whenever I am calling AB file, I have to give the full path. What is the full path? Import java dot a file. Okay, a semicolon. Clear? Or else, if I want to access an entire folder and whatever the files exist, I have to write import java dot a dot star. Star indicates whatever the files, methods, subclasses, subfolders, whatever present in that folder, you are referring that. Okay, please make a note. These are the very essential topic, and you have to supposed to understand, because two lab programs exist. Okay, maybe one lab program is exist, and according to the interface, so many programs are there. So we have to supposed to learn this concept. Okay, package provide a way to hide classes, thus preventing other programs or packages from accessing classes that are meant for internal use only. So by using these packages, then what I'm doing, I'm hiding my classes. Okay, I'm hiding my programs. I'm hiding my programs or packages from accessing classes that are meant for internal use only. So likewise, I can protect my source code, I can protect my program. Okay, so that is why it is used to hide, thus preventing other programs or packages from accessing classes. Okay, yes, and next we will see how to hide our class. Okay, now packages also provide a way for separating design from coding. So this packages is also helps for separating design from coding. We can store coding part separate and design part separate. First we can design classes and decide their relationship, and then we can implement the Java code needed for the methods. Okay, so first we are designing the classes and decide their relationship, and then we can implement the Java code needed for the methods. Okay, so we are separating design code as well as executable codes. Okay, it is possible to change the implementation of any method without affecting the rest of the design. Also, it is easy to modify, easy to implement any methods we can develop. Implementation means we can develop any methods without affecting the rest of the design. Even if you are developing a program, already we are familiar in VB.NET. In VB.NET you have learned front end as well as back end in your Part C programs, right? Front end and back end. In the front end you are having the design part, and the back end you are having coding part. So If you work in front end, then in back end we have to supposed to give that code, right? So likewise, you can separate the design part as well the coding part, and also you can develop any number of methods. Methods means your modules, okay? Whatever the implementation of features, it is not affecting the design. Got it? So these are the benefits of packages. Now let us just see what are the API packages. Here API stands for Application Program Interface. Java API packages. Java API packages means Java Application Program Interfaces. Okay. Java API provides a large number of classes grouped into different packages according to the functionality. Here Java Application Program Interface package consists of a large number of classes. They are grouped into different packages, different folders. Okay. How we are separating that? Based on the functionality. How it works based on that functionality, working styles, we have separated that packages. Most of the time we use the package available in the Java API. So most of the time we are using these packages. Let us see what are the packages available in Java. Okay. Observe carefully. Java consists of language package. Okay. Next one is utility packages, IO packages, AWT. For your graphical application purpose, AWT packages are using. AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit. Suppose if you want to connect your software in a network or your Java application source code in a network, then we are using the network packages and applet packages, tiny programs which are running in our remote systems, right? Which are running in our internet. Okay. So these are the application program interface packages. What are the various packages available? Language package, utility package, IO package, abstract window toolkit package, network package, as well as applet package. Okay. Now we will see one by one. Okay. Let us see what is the usage of language package. Language supports classes. Suppose if you are implementing the class concept, we have to suppose to use language package. These are classes that Java compiler itself uses, and therefore they are automatically imported. Then your Java compiler uses Java language package, and automatically sometime your editor is importing, sometimes you have to specifically specify. Okay. They include classes for primitive types. So your data types, whatever the data types you are defining, will be mentioned in language packages. Strings information is also mentioned in language package. Mathematical functions, so mathematical functions also mentioning in your language packages. Threads, next we are going to be learning the threads. So those thread information is also mentioning in java.language package. And exceptions in the sense, exception means an errors. So if you are working with primitive types, means data types, strings, mathematical functions, threads and exceptions, then in your program you have to suppose to import language package. Next our package is java.util package. Now we will see what is util package. So language utility classes, please observe here the language utility classes such as vectors, hash tables, random numbers, dates. So this utility package consists of language classes. So language classes here it is such a mentioning as some of example: vectors concept, hash tables concept, random numbers and data type functions. So if you are working with these classes, then you have to suppose to use java.utility package. And next our package is java.io package. Okay, so IO stands for input output support classes. If you are working with, you have to input the value from the keyboard and you have to display the output on the console, then we have to suppose to use java.io package. They provide a facility for input and output of data. Okay, it provides the facility for input and output of data. So that is why it is a very important question. They will ask list two Java packages, then you have to supposed to write these two packages. Okay, 2 marks question. Now let us see java.awt package. Java.awt. AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit. Abstract Window Toolkit. Okay, set of classes for implementing graphical user interfaces. So this abstract window toolkit, in the sense you are developing graphical user interfaces. Graphical user interfaces means you are developing softwares. Okay, clear? They include classes for windows, buttons, list, menus, and so on. So these graphical user interfaces consist of the classes of your windows, and next one is buttons, and next one is lists, and next one is menus, and so on. Okay, next our concept is java.net. Classes for networking. These classes are for networking concept. Okay, they include classes for communicating with local computers as well as with internet servers. So if you want to make your software run in a network, or your program should run in a network, you are seeing now WhatsApp and all these things are an apps, right? It is a front-end graphical application. Whatever you are typing, it will be ported through network, right? If it is a network is absence, your messages won't send. So such kinds of information can be possible by designing by using java.net packages. Okay, they include for communication with local computer as well as internet server. So it will be communicate with your local computers as well as internet servers. And next our concept is Java applet. Classes for creating and implementing applets. Okay, applets are tiny programs, very interactive programs. You can create interactive programs which can be run through from a internet as well as your local computer also. Okay, is to design and develop that program, we have to supposed to use this package in your program. Now how to creating a package? Now this question will comes. This is also previous question I asked. Please go through it. Creating our own package involves the following steps. If you are creating your own package, user defined package. Okay, before that let me explain these packages of built-in packages. Okay, so where actually we are storing our files, we are storing our files in JDK folder, right? Let me take C drive. Let me take the C drive. View large icons. Okay, now you are seeing this JDK 1.4 folder, right? If I double click this, you are seeing different folders: bin folder, demo folder, include folder, JRE folder, lib folder. All these are nothing but in a package. If I double click on the bin, it consists of a class files, applications, right? All these are the different types of class files. Okay, all these are the different kinds of class files. Okay, for example, if I click on the include, it consists of some other header files. Okay, Win32 applications, these kinds of folders. Here the folders, it consists of, here in the folders it consists of some, this one. Wait, magnifier is missed. Let me take magnifier. Okay, no problem. That is why it is not working, I think so. Okay, so these are the folders. Okay, and if you observe the JRE folder, it consists of once again bin folder and library folder. In bin folder and library folder, it once again consists of other folders. Got it? So client server you are seeing here. Got it? So let me make view extra large icons. So all these are the folders these folders consist of classes, methods and interfaces. You are using all these information in your Java source code file. If I use the library, it consists of fonts. So if you are using the fonts, these fonts exist. If you are using ext, these are the some of extension files are available. Okay, all these are the different packages. According to if you want to place audio packages are exist. Got it? In the same sense, all images packages are exist, right? So related to the informations, it is exist. Okay, in library files are exist, HTML converter, okay, JConsole, all you are identifying. All these are the different packages which you are going to be using in your program. Okay, yes. Now this is the package. What is a package? Package is a collection of classes, methods and interfaces. Means it consists of folders and subfolders. In subfolders, what it consists of? Your source codes, right? Likewise, these source codes has been placed. Got it? So to run these files, these are the application programs. If I want to run this application program, that relevant information will be placed in either in demo folder or include folder and so on. Okay, so that is why we are taking this concept. Okay, now we are seeing how to create our own package. So if you want to create our own package, I want to create my own package. In that, I want to create my own folder and I have to save my information. Okay, let us see. Declare the package at the beginning of a file using the form. If you are creating the package concept, then you have to use the concept of, you have to use package keyword and package name. Package name means the name of the folder. Okay, package name. So package is the keyword, package name is the name of the folder. Okay, define the class that is to be put in the package and declare it public. So in this folder you have to create the source code. You have to supposed to create the source code and you have to store in that folder by placing the class as public, and create a subdirectory under the directory where the main source of files are stored. So if you want to place one folder and also place that folder in main folder where your source files are stored, directory and subdirectory. Okay, store the listing as the class name.java file in the subdirectory created. Now we have to store the listings as the class name.java file in subdirectory created. If you want to place in a subdirectory subfolders, you have to supposed to store in that subfolders of your files. Okay, now we have to compile the file. Okay, next what we have to supposed to do, we have to compile our file. If I compile my file, so whenever I'm compiling javac file name.java, then Java file will create dot class file in the subdirectory. Okay, it will create dot class file. Remember that case is significant and therefore subdirectory name must match the package name exactly. Case is also your significant. Case means whenever you are writing the case sensitive, it is also significant. You have to supposed to mention correct directory name, subdirectory name and file name in the package. Okay, so to create a package, how we can create? We must declare the name of the package using the package keyword by a package name. Okay, first these are the steps to create the package. First, what we have to supposed to do, we have to use the keyword package, first package. Then what does it mean? I'm creating the name of the folder. What is the name of the folder? First package. Please observe here. What is the name of the folder? First package. Okay, here public class first class. What is the name of the class I'm doing? First class. Then how I am declaring that first class? Public. Okay, here it consists of body of the class. Body of the class means code you have to supposed to write. Okay, and now you are placing the first package and you are placing your class file and you are storing in that folder only, where we have to supposed to save that file in the first package itself only. Okay, after that you have to compile it. Whenever you compile the first class.java in the first package folder, it will create .class file name extension. If it is created a .class file, then you can run it. Okay, now we will see accessing a package or importing a package. I will show practically, you can understand. Okay, practically I will show you can understand what is a package. Okay, the import statement can be used. Actually, what do you mean by import? To load, right? So you are loading certain packages in your program, you are loading certain class in your program. Let us see the general form of import statement for searching of a class. Then how to import that? By using like this: import package1 dot package2 dot package3 dot class name. Here package1, package2, package3 class name means in this folder subfolder package2 is consist in subfolder package2, another subfolder is consist package3. In package3 it consists of your source code. Class name means it is a source code. It should be always terminated with semicolon. Okay, for example, if you see here in your program, if you write this statement, it is just for understanding purpose. Okay, import first package dot second package dot my class. Then what does it means? Your class file, this is a Java source code file, it is stored in your second package folder. This second package folder is stored in your first package folder. Suppose if you want to access whatever the content, whatever the files present in this folder, then you are using store operator. Okay, if you are using the store operator, then you are directly accessing entire class without calling a particular class. Entire folder you are accessing. Okay, so that is the usage of this wildcard character in your import statement. Okay, these are the points we have explained. Okay, these are the points we have explained, and I will show you practically in the coming slides. Okay, hope you have understand this concept, and we will continue here how to adding a class to a package. We will see now how to add a class to a package. For example, let us see, I will explain all these things with the practically, you can clearly understand. Okay, but you have to give more attention when I'm explaining this concept. Okay, now please observe here package p1. Then what does it means? You have to supposed to create p1 package, where you have to supposed to create p1 folder in bin folder. Okay, bin is the executable directory, right? We have to supposed to execute all my files in bin, right? In bin folder, what folder I have to supposed to give? p1 folder. So this p1 indicates the folder. Then how you can say it is a folder? By using the keyword package. That's all. Okay, in this folder you are writing one Java file. What is the name of the class file? A. Where you have to store this a.java file? In p1 folder. Where does this p1 folder should be exist? In bin folder. Okay, here it consists of body of statement. Okay, the package p1 contains one public class by name, but whenever you want to access through from the folder, the class must be a public specifier. Okay, so here the steps as given. Let us see here. Define the class and make it public. Place the package statement. First we have to define the class and make it as a public. We are defining the class and we are defining the public. Place the package statement. Above the class we are mentioning the package statement. Before the class definition as follows. So before the class definition, in the sense, whenever you are declaring the package, whenever you are defining your class, on the top you have to define the package. Okay, now in third statement, let us see. Here the public class B is there, b.java under the directory p1. So directory means folder, right? So in the p1 folder you have to store b.java. Next you have to compile this java file, b.java file. So whenever you compile this b.java file, it will create b.class file. Okay, whenever you compiled b.java file in p1, it will create b.class file in directory p1, in folder p1. Yes, now our next concept is hiding a class in a package. Then how we are hiding a package? When we import a package using asterisk, here asterisk means a star, all public classes are imported. Whatever the class is declared as a public, you are importing in your program. However, we may prefer not to import certain class. This question has been asked, this question asked, this question asked, this question is asked, this is also asked, this is also asked. So all these are the questions, very important. Okay, so let us see. If you given as a asterisk while importing, then what happens? It will import all the public classes, but it is not import some uncertain classes. That uncertain classes are those classes are not declared as a public. Okay, so this is the way you are hiding your classes in a package. This question is asked, so that is why I am defining. For example, to understanding this concept, please observe here package p1. What is the package name? p1. In package p1 I am storing this class file. What is the name of the class file? Public class x. So if it is a public means I can able to access outside also, right? But here class y I am defined, it is not as a public. You can access the class x, but you are unable to access the class y. Why? Because it is not public, it has been hidden. Okay, likewise you are hiding your class which is stored in a package. Okay, if you want to make the available outside, then your class has to be supposed to mention as a public specifier. If you want to hide, you have to supposed to specify it as a without public specifier. If you without specifying the public specifier, then it is hidden. Got it? Yes. And next, here a sample program is exist. I will explain this sample program practically. Okay, because this keyboard is not working, I will restart my system and I will show you. Without showing this practically, you are unable to understand this concept. Okay, I will continue just a few seconds. Okay, yes, let me continue within a few seconds. Last class we have seen one sample example. Now we will see one more example. I will show you how to execute this after this session. Let us concentrate on this. We will see second program. What is the second program? Here one more program is given. Please observe here package bookpack. What we have to supposed to do? Package bookpack means I have to create the folder name bookpack in bin folder, and you have to supposed to store these code in bookpack folder. Okay, so now we will see. Before that we have to supposed to make it as a public. If you don't make the public, it won't works. Okay, I will show you how to run in the next class. Class book, and we are defining the private variables string title, string author, int publication date. It has declared as a private. You are unable to access outside of the class. Okay, and the constructor we are specifying here, the constructors are exist. I'm taking the constructor as a book, and whatever the variable we have taken, we have to supposed to take these parameters. Okay, these parameters are assigned for the declared variables. Now I'm taking one more method, that is void show method. In the void show method I'm displaying the title, author, publication date, and a new line. Okay, here it comes the end of book class. Now I'm writing one more notepad. I'm taking one more notepad. I'm writing now first statement as import bookpack.book. Where does this code will exist? In the folder called bookpack. we have stored the book code, right? So this bookpack folder is exist in bin folder, and now I'm going to storing this book demo file in bin folder. Okay, not in the bookpack folder. Import bookpack.book. What does it mean? You are importing this class file through from this folder, where this folder is exist in JDK 1.4 folder. Okay, yes. Now I am writing the book demo class, book demo main method, public static void main string args. Afterwards I am declaring the array of object of this class, okay. Books of is equal to new books of 5. So I have created the array of object. The name of the object is books of a class book, okay, and its size is 5. So in the 0th location I am creating this object and I am storing these values. In first location creating the object and storing these values. Second location I'm creating the object and storing these values. In fourth location I'm storing these values, and fifth location I'm storing these values. I am displaying this content through from this package, okay. For I is equal to 0, I less than books.length. What is the books.length? It is 5. If it is a condition is true, books of 0.show. What is the books of 0.show? We have to display the title, author and publication date. Title, author and publication date. So it will display Java a beginner's guide skills 2011. Afterwards, once again I will be incremented. Now I become 1 less than books.length. Okay, so likewise this program will execute until unless condition false. Okay, and now we will see another program. This is a question, it has been asked in your previous question paper. Let us see what is the program. Design a package program that contains add two integers. Write a program to include and use this package. So we have to do addition of two numbers by using the packages. Okay, I will explain this program. First you just observe here package add. Okay, we will continue this in next session. Hope you understand this concept. Thank you. Let me explain this package program. Addition of two integer number. It is a previous question paper program. It has been asked in your previous question paper. So I will explain the execution of this program. Please go through it. You can understand what actually we are doing in this package. Okay. So first I'm defining the package keyword. So package keyword and the name of the package means you have to supposed to create the name of the folder as add. In this add, what you are doing? You are writing the code. What is the code? Public class add. Okay. So the name of the class is add. You have made it as a public and you are defining the method. So here the method is add method. Its return type is integer and it also declared it as a public. Okay. And here I am taking as two parameters, int x, int y. Now whoever calling this method, it will return the value x plus y. Okay, so here this method ends and here the class ends. Now you are writing one more source code. Now the question arises, where we have to supposed to save this file. So the name of the class is add.java should be stored in the add folder. This add folder should be present in JDK bin folder. Okay, so here it ends. Now I am writing one more source code. The name of the source code I am taking first. If you observe here import java.io.star I am writing, and I am writing one more import statement. Please look over carefully here. Okay, if you observe carefully here, you are understanding what actually we are doing. So this is one code we have placed in a add folder, and I am writing one more notepad. In the notepad I am first writing import add.add. Where does this add folder exist? In bin folder. What does the class I am accessing in my file? In my program I am accessing this add file. Okay, add class file, add java file. Okay, now import java.io.star I am writing. Next I am using class daemon1. The name of the class is daemon1, and here I am writing the main method public static void main string args of. Okay, afterwards you are writing add d is equal to new add. What does it mean? For the above class, you are creating the object. Okay, you have created the object. Now you are writing try catch block. It is always better to write your code in try catch block. Okay, so it is easy to identify the errors. Okay, first I am creating the input object. Data input stream db means I am creating the input object. What is the name of the input object? db. So new data input stream of system.in, you are creating the input object of the type input type. Okay, now I am taking the variables int a comma b comma c. Next I am writing one output statement, enter the value of a. So if you want to read the value from the keyboard, that is db dot read line. Whatever you are reading from the keyboard, it is a string, you are forcefully converting into integer dot parseInt. Okay, next you are displaying one more output statement, enter the value of a b. Now you are reading the value of a b from the keyboard. Okay, integer dot parseInt db dot readline. Okay, you are reading the string, you are forcefully converting into integer, and you are storing in the variable b. Now you are calling in c d. What is d? D is the object, right? Object of a class add. Okay, you are calling add method. Where is the add method? Exist here. Okay, and you are supplying whatever the values you are passed, a comma b. Now it will be passed here, a comma b. A plus b will be written, and it will be stored in your c. Now you are displaying your c. Addition of two number is c. If any error is exist in try block, it will be observed by the catch block. Catch exception e, and I am displaying system.out.println error plus e. Okay, now let us see this sample program with execution. Okay, if you understand this concept, then it is a very easy for package. Now I am copying this program. Let me copy this first one. What is this? This code. Okay, I'm taking, let me take magnifier for understanding what I'm actually doing. Okay, coming here, I'm right clicking, I'm taking the run, I'm taking notepad. Okay, yes, taking notepad, and I'm pasting the code. I'm pasting this code. Now where to save this file? Please observe here. I'm copying this, I'm taking file, I'm taking save. We have to ensure that in JDK folder, bin folder, you have to create one folder. Okay, I'm right clicking and I'm taking new. So new, I'm taking folder, I'm taking new folder. Yes, what is the name of the folder I have to supposed to give? Add add. Okay, in add folder I'm pressing the enter and I'm saving it as add.java, add.java, where I have to use store in add folder. Okay, ensure that you have selected the add folder and open it, and you just press the save option. Okay, now you are pressing the save option. Okay, now I'm opening my notepad, another notepad, and I'm copying this file. Okay, I'm copying and I'm taking notepad. Let me close this. I'm taking notepad, file, new, I'm pasting. Yet the program has not finished, and I'm taking this, copying, and I'm coming here and I'm pasting. Yes, here the program ends. Now I'm saving. Okay, please observe here carefully. ensuring that where I am storing my file. Okay, so how to store daemon1.java. I am open file, save. We have to come in bin folder, not as an add folder. Here it is showing as add folder. Now I want to come here it as a bin folder. Okay, in bin folder daemon1, sorry, daemon1.java. Okay, I'm pressing. Okay, now let me see. We have to run our command prompt. I'm taking now command prompt cmd. Okay, now I'm increasing. It is visible, right? Yes. Now cd slash, we have to log in into our directory cdjdk 1.4 / bin. Yes, and once again we have to log in into which file? Add directory. Yes, I had logged in and I'm compiling source code. What is the source code? add.java. So it is not recognizable, no problem. Producing, don't get confused, right? Okay, it is not a done. Cd dot. Now I am compiling javac daemon1.java is compiling. So it is giving this much of an error because of these double quotations. Okay, we have not seen all these double quotations are mistake. Okay, let me correct this and this. Wherever the double quotation is wrong, you should correct it. I'm saving. Here it is also error. Okay, yes, I have saved. Closing here. I'm once again saving, coming here and compiling once again javac daemon1.java. If I compiled, it is showing an exception spelling is wrong. Exception spelling is wrong, right? Let us come here, exception, tion, right? Exception. Wait, it is done. Now javac daemon1.java I have compiled, there is no error. Okay, now I am running java daemon1. So it is asking enter the value for a. I am entering 12, I am entering 30. So a and b, I am processing 12 plus 13 25. Got it? Likewise it will evaluate. For better understanding, I am opening your C drive, JDK folder. In bin folder you are seeing add folder, right? Hope you are seeing here. You are seeing here this add folder is exist. In the add folder it consists of source code add.java. Whenever I am compiling Java file, it has shown as not operable, but it has created a class file. Okay, got it? So then I'm moving to bin folder. What is the file name? daemon1. So here the daemon1 file is there. It has a class file is created, and here it is your daemon.java file. Clear? Okay, so this is the package program. Okay, so hope you understand this concept. You just try for subtraction and multiplication of other two numbers. If you tried only, you can better